You know, one of the biggest interest factors of the British monarchy is, of course, what the ladies wear, particularly Catherine, the Princess of Wales. I mean, I always think she looks just right. Obviously, recently, she's gone into those power suits, isn't she, And because obviously at that particular point, as we now know, our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, wasn't very keen on people wearing trousers, particularly, in public for public events. But now, of course, Catherine's free of those restraints and feels that this puts her in a powerful position. What's interesting, though, is this. Recently, a senior royal is, well, quite frankly, being voted something of a fashion icon, which shocked a lot of people. Didn't really shock me, of course, but it shocked a lot of people because the senior royal in question was none other than the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness, Princess Anne. And this is because she's been in Sri Lanka talking about sustainable fashion. Now, I know those words sent a lot of chill down many people's spine, but for our generation and for many older who watch this show, and I am grateful to you all that tune in literally all the time, supporting me. It's very, very kind of you. But it's a strange thing, isn't it? Recently, I went to try and get some shoes just resold. And, it's very hard to find anybody who will do that now. But who remembers as a child, you always got your shoes mended, didn't you? Stitched or put back on, re-heeled. And clothes were passed down. Everybody wore their elder brother's clothes or their elder sister's clothes. It was the norm. There was no embarrassment by it. So, of course, sustainable clothing has been around for years. One of the real people that was very keen on this was none other than the late Queen and her mother, the Queen Mother. They recycled outfits for many years without people ever suspecting or even commenting on this. You see, the Queen Mother knew that, even at the times of frugality after the war, people wanted to see glamorous things, but of course there wasn't the money or indeed the material to make them. So the Princess Royal, as I say, has just been applauded by a major designer, basically saying that she's done so much. And the reason being is that the Princess Royal wears clothes sometimes 30, 40 years plus way back from the 70s. Just touches up the hemline, puts a new pair of shoes with it, a different hat, sometimes has them dyed. She's very open about that. And on that recent visit, the royal visit to Sri Lanka, she basically said she wasn't a fan of fast fashion because everybody literally wore it once or twice and then it was in landfill. And she has a point. Now, which got me thinking, forget about being a royal designer or someone who, literally thinks I just want designer clothes, etc. What have you done to, sort of keep wearing the same things over and over again? Have you got something from, say, 10, 20, 30 years ago that you still wear? And this applies to the guys out there as well, I would honestly like to say I would think I do have certain things, but there's certain constraints out there. For instance, weight gain. Yeah. The things you keep in the wardrobe that you think you're going to wear again that you never do because you're never going to get in them, but you don't want to chuck them out because you like them or they cost a little bit of money. What was the thing that you've had, a little bit like the Princess Royal, that you can still get into? And I'm not talking a scarf or a we can all hopefully get into those, can't we? But is there something that you've used, whether it be a handbag time and time again? Maybe it's just even a favorite wallet that looks battered, but you're sort of reluctant to chuck it away because it had special memories for you. Either way, this is just a fun, as I say, thing because the Princess Royal has been rightly so honoured, highlighted, and still looks stylish and fabulous, even wearing things 30, 40, 50 years old. How about you? Do let me know, like and share in the comments below. Let me know, what is your favourite outfit from yesteryear? And more importantly, truly, can you still get in it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.